This is Morning in America. It is a show that's been on about 5 years now, a little more than 5 years. We air from 6 to 9 Eastern time in the morning. Okay, let's go to Bill in Atlanta, and then I want to ask a question maybe to tag along on that one. Bill, you're on with Steve Emerson. We have about 250 stations around the country. We are a talk show. I am regarded as a conservative. We don't yell or shout, however. We have serious and thoughtful conversation. I like to think my former career before I was in government as a teacher of philosophy comes into play a little bit. We run a little bit like a classroom. I ask questions and our expert guests give opinions, and then we invite our audience in on the discussion.
Everyone's been afraid of that suicide bomber who walks into a mall or walks into a government building or a regular building since 9/11. We've only had the prototypes.
We love the show. It makes for a long day. I actually have 2 days in each day. I get up about 3:30 in the morning to prepare for this show, read, and then do the show, and then do some office work, and then usually take about an 8-minute nap, and then start my second day around 12:30 p.m. So you walk in, we got some memorabilia, of course, from days I was first drug czar, President Bush, and this is the most recent President Bush. And this is my favorite picture. This is Major Bigger with a child in Iraq. And that's the American soldier, you know, fierce to his enemies and protector of the innocent. Here's a younger, slimmer, better-looking Bill Bennett with Margaret Thatcher back when I was Secretary of Education. This is the bullpen. Young men, Nathan and Chris, who work here at the show. And it's really a show for young people who don't need sleep. But of course, it's old people who can't sleep, which is why I'm here. What was the place where Peter Pan lived? What was it called?
Never Neverland.
Never Neverland. This is Never Neverland. This is Wendy. Is that right?
That conference room is Never
Neverland. We're the land of lost boys, and this is Noreen, who's
I believe you took him in the conference
been
room.
working for me for how long?
20-some.
20-some years. We'll leave it at that.
Yes.
And she keeps order, or tries to keep order, in this land of lost boys. This is Claude, who's our Chief Technological Officer and Operating Officer, runs the show, and I have no idea how any of this works.
Right.
He's about the only thing here I understand, and I only understand him part of the time. So.
Very simple.
Very simple. Seth Leibson is my producer of this show. He's Chief of Staff, and is co-author with me of a book we're planning on terrorism, on radical Islam, and the fight of our lives. My office with pictures, family, my wife, our sons, mountains. I hike the mountains, climb Colorado 14ers. I've climbed 34 of them. Letter from Walker Percy. It's been a great life. It's been a great run. So I work here, and writing I do whenever I can do it. I often come in early, 5 o'clock, and write. My brain works best early in the morning. I say my IQ starts at about 100 or something at 5 in the morning and drops a point or two every hour. That's the best time for my ideas, and I write on a yellow pad. I dictate, I call people up, I ask people to remember thoughts for me, and I write on airplanes, and almost never write once the sun goes down, but I'm writing often before the sun goes up. I can't throw myself into it full time because I don't have full time, because I have 4 or 5 jobs. But the books are the thing probably that is most special to me. I don't know that I'd give up anything I did in life for the Book of Virtues, and now these history books, America: The Last Best Hope, which you talk about something being meaningful. The Houghton Mifflin is distributing them now in the schools around the country. There's magic in that phrase, once upon a time. And if you say to a child, almost anywhere in this country, I've been to schools all over the country, more than 600, Once upon a time, the child will stop and pause and listen. Now you better cash the check. You better have more to say after that. But that phrase is still magical, and it works. And if you have something to say after once upon a time, it still has this unparalleled evocative capacity. That's why you read.